Good morning, children. Welcome to the Political Life class. In today's class, we are going to continue the chapter True Diversity and Discrimination. In the previous class, we have discussed about inequality and discrimination. In today's class, also, we are going to discuss more about discrimination. Okay. First, on being discriminated against. The people are doing different kinds of work, right? Like teaching, carpentry, pottery, fishing, weaving, farming, and so many jobs to earn money for their life, right? But certain kinds of work are valued more than others. And activities like cleaning, washing, cutting hair, picking garbage are seen as tasks that are less value, and people who are doing this work are seen as dirty or impurity. This belief is an important aspect of the caste system. Dividing the people by their work is known as the caste system. In the caste system, communities or group of people were placed in a sort of ladder where each caste was either above or below the other. Those who placed themselves at the top of the ladder is called themselves as upper class. The top of the class, those who are in the top of the ladder is named them as upper class, and saw them as superior. They think that they are superior. This ladder shows the caste system, and those who are on the top is considered as the upper class people. The groups who were placed at the bottom of the ladder were seen as the unworthy, and they are called as untouchables. The people who are doing the works like street sweepers, laundry cleaner, and cleaning, washing, cutting hair. These the people who are doing these types of works are termed as untouchables, and people who are on the top of this ladder, Brahmins, prized academics, they are called as high class people or upper class people. And caste rules were set which did not allow the so-called untouchable to take on work other than what they were meant to do. For example, some group were forced to pick garbage and remove the dead animals from the village, and some people are asked to clean the drainage, but they were not allowed to enter the homes of the upper caste people, and they are not allowed to take water from the village well, or even they are not allowed to enter the temples also. Their children could not sit next to the children of other caste people in the school. Okay, now let us see about Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. He is considered as the father of the Indian Constitution, and he is also the best known leader of the Dalits. Dr. Ambedkar fought for the rights of Dalit community. He was born into the Mahar caste, which was considered untouchable. The Mahars were poor and owned no land, and the children born to them also had to do the work of their parents did, and they lived in spaces outside of the village, and they were not allowed into the village. And Dr. Ambedkar was the first person from his caste who completed his college education and went to England to become become a lawyer. He encouraged Dalits to send their children to school and college, and he also urged Dalits to take on different kinds of government jobs in order to move out of the caste system. He led many efforts of Dalits to gain entry into temples, and later in life he converted to Buddhism. In his search that Buddhism treated all members equally, so he moved on to Buddhism. Dr. Ambedkar believed that Dalits must fight the caste system, and they were worked towards a society based on respect not just for few but for all the person. Once Ambedkar shared his first experience of caste based discrimination, which took place in 1901 when he was just 9 years old, and he had gone with his brothers and cousins to meet his father in Koregan, which is now in Maharashtra. They were wait for their father in station. No one came there, an hour crossed, and the station master came to them and he asked them for tickets. They showed them and he asked them why they were waiting, and they told him that they were going to Koregan to meet his father, and they were Koregan and they were waiting for their father or his servants to come. But no, but that neither had came there, and they did not know how to reach Koregan. And they were well dressed children. From their dressing and talking, no one could make out that they were the children of untouchables. Indeed, the station master was quite sure they were Brahmin children. And as usual among the Hindus, the station master also asked them who they were. And without a moment's thought, they replied they were Moghas. Moghar is one of the communities which were considered as the untouchables in the Bombay Presidency. And after hearing this, the station master was stunned and his face underwent a sudden change. And as soon as he had that, he went away to his room. Later, 15 to 20 minutes, the sun was almost setting. Their father had not came there, nor had he sent his servant, and now the station master also left them. And in the beginning, they were joy and happiness. In the beginning of their journey, they were happy and joy, but now they were feeling extremely sad. After half an hour, the station master returned and asked them, what do you propose to do? And they said that they could if they could get a bullock cart on her, they would go to the Koregan. And there were many bullock carts playing for her, but his reply to the station master was where uh, reply to the station master that they were the mockers had gone round among the cartmen. So no one was prepared to suffer being polluted or to demean himself carrying passengers of untouchable classes, and they were prepared to pay double the fare, but they found that money did not work. The station master stood silent and not knowing what to do because the cartman was not ready to carry the untouchable people. This is the caste based discrimination faced by Ambedkar. And imagine how difficult it would be if people could not move easily from one place to other, and how insulting and how hurtful it is to have people move away, refuse to touch you, or allow you to drink water from the same source as they do. This small incident shows how the simple task of going from one place to another in a cart was not available to the children. Even though they could pay the money, all the cartmen at the station refused to take the children. They acted in a discriminatory manner. So clearly, as this story shows us, caste-based discrimination is not only limited to preventing Dalits from undertaking certain economic activities, but it also denies them from the respect and the dignity given to them. Now let us move on striving for equality. The struggle for freedom from British rule also included within it the struggle of large group of people who are not only fought against the British but also fought to be treated more equally. Dalits, women, tribals, and peasants fought against the inequalities they experienced in their lives. As pointed out earlier, many Dalits organized themselves to gain entry into temples, and women demanded that they should have as much a right to education as men do, because they are not allowed to get education, right? And peasants and tribals vowed to release themselves from the grasp of the moneylender and the high interest they were charged. Peasants are the people who owns or rent a small land or grows food and keep animals in a small farms. When India became a nation in 1947, our leaders too were concerned about the different kinds of inequalities that existed. Those who wrote the Constitution of India, a document that laid out the rules by which the nation would function, were aware of the ways in which discrimination had been practiced in our society and how people had struggled against them. And many leaders of this struggle, such as Ambedkar, had also fought for the rights of the Dalits. So these leaders set out a version of goals in the constitution to ensure that all the people of India were considered equal. This equality of all peoples is seen as a key value that unites us all as Indians. Everyone has equal rights and opportunities, and the untouchability is seen as a crime and has been legally abolished by law. People are free to choose the kind of work they wish to do, and government jobs are open to all people. In addition, the Constitution also placed responsibility on the government to take special steps to realize this right to equality for poor and other such marginal communities. The writers of the Constitution also said that respect for diversity was a significant element in ensuring equality. They felt that people must have the freedom to follow their religion and freedom to speak their language, celebrate their festivals, and express themselves freely. And they said that no one language, religion, or festival should become compulsory for all to follow. They said that the government must treat all religions equally. Therefore, India became a secular country where people of different religions and faiths have the freedom to practice and follow their religion without any fear of discrimination. This is seen as an important element of our unity, that we all live together and respect one another. Though these ideals are contained in our constitution, this chapter points out that inequality exists even today. Equality is a value that we have to keep striving for, and that will not happen automatically. People's struggles and positive actions by the government are necessary to make this a reality for all Indians. So all people has an equal opportunity to most of their life. They have to equal rights to do all the things. These all are in our Indian Constitution. So today we have discussed about the struggle for equality and discrimination, and also about our constitution. What are the equal rights we have in our constitution. Okay, I hope you all understand this. Thank you, children.